is good.
Welcome to the Backyard Farm. What's happening, everybody? It's Tate with Backyard Farming Supply. I'm here with my new friend, Jarek.
What's up, everybody?
So this is a testimony of there are still good people in the world these days. One of my kids was talking to some of the other kids at the park across the street yesterday, and not only talking to them with his fresh vegetable produce, but he also brought over his Pokemon card collection. Well, what does my 7-year-old son, Tegan, who you guys are all so familiar with, do at the end of the day? He just ran back to the house and he left his very sought after Pokemon binder collection at the park. We went back a few hours later when Tegan goes, "Oh, I forgot my Pokemon cards at the park." And I was like, "You did what?"
I can't believe you've done this.
Of course, we went over there. They were not there at all. I was immediately bummed. Obviously, my son was very bummed and very sad as well because they were the best Pokemon cards that he owned. So later that same day, I came back to the same bench that I was sitting at. Look, there's this note stuck to the bench right now. And I read it and it says something to the effect of,
I found some objects around here. If you can tell me exactly what they are and get back to me, then they're all yours. They're perfectly safe and sound in my place.
I text Jarek and I'm like, "Hey man, I got your note. We left some stuff at the park." He's like, "What is it?" I was like, "It's a small blue Pokemon binder filled with all holographic, super rare cards." He's like, "Bingo! I'll come over to your house today about 4:30 p.m. So he comes over and his fifth word out of his mouth, "Oh, by the way, I'm a plant scientist and I've got an agricultural based degree." And I was like, "No way. Everything happens for a reason."
It always works out.
So with that being said, I have to treat my boy here to a little grocery shopping mission. So everything is labeled. Feel free to grab anything that you need. We got nice poblanos. Here,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
my best poblano. You get one of my best poblanos, Jenna. Something too is you gotta grab some of this kale. There is a tiny bit of aphids on here,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Nothing a little brush can't fix.
But if you want, feel free to use my harvest sink before you bounce and wash the produce.
Absolutely.
You gotta take a couple of these eggplant because I can't eat this much eggplant. Here you go, my friend.
Oh my gosh.
Since you saved Tegan's Pokemon cards, you're getting Tegan's
Oh no.
favorite pepper. There's the Aconcagua pepper. Look at that thing. It's like forearm size, like one pepper. Like, oh, this one pepper will feed me for a whole freaking meal. Dude, tomatoes this year though, I will say, have been difficult. It has been so hot that everything, all the tomato flowers, the whole month of July, all the tomato flowers just melting off.
Oh yeah.
Dude, look at all those Japanese beetles. I'll be back in 1 second. All right, we're doing some integrated pest management out here. See those little jerks up there? See them now. Some people might call this a little inhumane, but at the end of the day, if you're spraying something, what are you trying to do? You're trying to kill the bugs? Well, I don't need a whole bunch of garbage on my plants too. I'll just torch them off, Kyle. There it
I was
is.
gonna say, I'm gonna have so much to eat.
Dude, that's right,
This is gonna
bro.
This is gonna be a good old stir fry. Let me tell you.
You know my favorite? Garden tacos.
Oh.
It's like there's no real recipe. It just is whatever goes in the taco, and you just start chopping and blending and adding, and then throw it in a tortilla, and you're like, whoa! Garden tacos with 30 varieties of tomato and 30 varieties of pepper in them blow people's
Say
mind.
flavor melody, man.
Dude, to where they're like, I've never had anything like that before. Well, dude, what did you just get there?
I got myself a nice little medley of everything. Pretty much every single piece of produce you could want. Vegetables, fruits, all the good stuff.
So, I really appreciate you stopping by today. Feel free to come back, hang out anytime.
Oh, we'll definitely be visiting again.
This is Kyle with Backyard Farming Supply. We are here
pruning some plants. So a couple things here. First things first, we need to sterilize our equipment. So we've got some 91% isopropyl alcohol here, just a little bit in the bottom of the container there. Coated the tips of our scissors. We've cleaned them off. They are absolutely sterile. And what we're doing here is we're getting out some trimming. But we're bottom up trimming, and it's really, really important for a couple of reasons. Number one, it allows the plant to focus where it needs to focus. At this point, we don't really need things that aren't going to be exposed to light having all of this photosynthetic surface area because they're not really utilizing it. We can focus more on the newer photosynthetic surface area and get away from some of this older, sort of darker, old growth here and focus up here. That will allow, again, the plant to focus their same area and focus on that new fruiting area as well. So again, cleans up, maximizes the efficiency at the top, and goes ahead and makes sure that the bottom looks all nice as well. Second benefit of this is going to be that we're going to make sure all of this old plant material that generally when plants start to transport nutrients, they are moving things like nitrogen and calcium, the mobile nutrients, through the plant from that old growth, and that's kind of the first place that they sort of take it from if they're not getting it either nutritionally or just because they want some more wherever they're needing it. And that old growth down there, as that sort of kind of pulls away, this is where all the disease kind of starts to happen. Molds, fungus problems, that bad bacteria, it starts to harbor itself down there because it's all dead plant matter. It's not healthy, living, vibrant plant matter. It's dying plant matter. So we're going to go through, we're going to clean all that up kind of all the way through here. It's not going to really take that long, really. I mean, it's a couple seconds per each plant. We're only going to do maybe 30 seconds to a minute on each plant. We'll go ahead and get started here.
The reason we created backyard farming is to help backyard farmers grow food sustainably, organically, and with their family to maximize their pleasurable eating and gardening life experiences. We also created it to have a little bit of separation from our other brand, which is called Keto Life Supply. Keto Life Supply has been in the cannabis industry for 2013. How many years is that? How many years? 9 years. So 9 years. Well, we're coming up. It's almost 2023. And we just wanted to bring all of the knowledge that we learned about plant sciences, plant nutrients, irrigation, fertigation over into growing food for families everywhere.
These are the best. They're Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. They don't even taste like a tomato. It's like candy. In fact, I'm supposed to be out here grabbing stuff for dinner. I'm just snacking. They're delicious. These little beauties are called the Indigo Rose tomato, and they're almost black. They're so dark purple, but they finally started to ripen. So before they're ripe, this part down here that's this blush pink is actually like a lime green. And so this is our very first ripe indigo rose. And so that is going into our garden tacos tonight. We got some onions. You gotta have onions in tacos. And then we're gonna see what kind of peppers we got. All these, I believe, are the spicier peppers. And so since we have a 4 and a 7-year-old, I try to do a little bit more mild on the peppers. These are all spicy, so I'm gonna venture over to the sweet pepper section. Lydia, are you gonna help me? We're getting stuff for dinner. Look at those beauties. These are poblano or ancho peppers. So they're pretty mild. A lot of times these are the ones that are used to make like stuffed peppers, or like chili rellenos are actually stuffed poblano peppers. These, I believe these are the Big Jim. Look at that. These are also delicious. I'm gonna chop them up and saute them in with tacos, but these are really good too if you cook them on the grill.
I got a few for you coming in.
All right.
Jalapeno.
So we've got 3 poblanos, 1 jalapeno. Look at the size of that jalapeno. And then we've got a sweet banana, a sweet onion. No, we don't want to do that, especially with the jalapeno. You can do that with this one if you want. Those are sweet. Those are delicious.
Take a shot.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Lydia's gonna give me a shower out here with this thing. Boom.